Hello and welcome to In This Corner TV. I'm James Smith with this Fight Camp Report. Today we feature unbeaten Las Vegas welterweight prospect Jesse Vargas. We caught up with Jesse and his trainer Robert Alcazar at Jesse's new training headquarters, the top-ranked gym in Las Vegas. Jesse is preparing for his September the 13th fight against Aaron Martinez at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas and on ESPN. Coming up on September the 13th, it's Aaron Martinez. Your unblemished record is on the line. What do you know about your opponent?
You know what? We know that he comes to fight. You know, he's an aggressive fighter, but he also likes to box. You know, he's an aggressive boxer. You know, moves around, and he moves around at times. You know, so he has some options, but we just hope to establish right away from the get-go. Let him know that, you know, I'm the boss in the ring, and let him feel my punching power.
You described him as an aggressive boxer. I know another young aggressive boxer, Jesse Vargas. You're still trying, it appears to me, to define yourself in the ring. You can box, you can punch. We've seen you rumble. I've even seen you rumble when you shouldn't have rumbled. Have you defined yourself as a fighter yet?
Yes, I have. I mean, I'm very versatile. That's what it is. You know, I'm going to sometimes box at times and sometimes fight, sometimes be aggressive, sometimes find the inside, you know, just body shots, sometimes counterpunch. It all depends on my opponent. I am growing as a fighter, though, so I am perfecting everything, you know, when I should box, when I should fight, you know, such as in my last fight with Steve Forbes. You know, I boxed him very well, but what I learned from that fight is that you have to learn how to switch the tempo.
I still think that he is, and you are, defining him as a fighter. He can box, he can punch, he can rumble. Sometimes he rumbles when I think he shouldn't rumble. How do you define him at this point in his career?
Well, he's still in the learning process. He's still in the process to building himself, and he's still getting that kind of experience. He's still on that process. He's been learning a lot. So for this coming fight, I am expecting him, you know, just to make those adjustments and do whatever he had to do in there.
What did you think when you saw Josecito Lopez pull off the upset of Ortiz? You, of course, have a victory over him already in a very closely fought fight, and you see what that's done for his career. How did that victory make you feel about your own career?
Well, I knew that when that fight was matched up, I knew it was going to be a tough fight for both fighters. You know, me knowing Josecito, I knew he wasn't going to let Victor just walk through him. You know, he was going to come back because he has a lot of heart. And that is what happened. So when he got the win, I wasn't surprised. You know, I was actually pulling for Lopez. And he won, and now he's fighting with Canelo, which, I mean, that's a huge weight difference. But coming back to the question, you know, he has his own path. I have my own path. You know, the way I look at it is I was only 22 years old when I fought Lopez. He was 27, so he was, you know, he was fully in his primes, I guess you can say, you know, and I was still growing as a fighter, still am. And if he got a chance at the title, I beat him, and he actually won the WBC world title, and I beat him. Well, imagine me in a year from now. That's what I'm thinking.
If you had to name one or two things that you really want him to work on the most to improve as a fighter, what would those things be?
Oh, just basically to sit more on his punches and go forward a little more. That's what I am expecting to see him on this coming fight. I am expecting on this fight that Jesse putting the pressure on this guy.
I know you're not looking beyond Martinez, September the 13th on ESPN, but what is your timetable for a championship fight?
Well, you know, first is Martinez. We're working very hard. I've said to myself that I have to give a great fight every one of my fights and show my fans and the rest of the boxing fans that I should be on the elite level. You know, I do want to show my fans that and the promoters, everyone this, because at the end of the day, my goal is to be in there with the top guys, and right now it's Manny Pacquiao, you know, and but I know that I have to fight for that position. You know, I have to show that I'm at that level, and that's what I'm working towards now. From now on, I will show you a better performance each fight, and to show that I should be in the ring with the top elite fighters, such as Manny Pacquiao. He's running out of options. You know, we are not so much interested in rematches, so we need a new guy in there, and I'm hoping to be that guy.
Do I get a rematch?
No, man, you're not, man. You make it too hard on me, man.
All right, best of luck.
Hey, thank you very much, Smeety. Always a pleasure. Thank you for having me.